Hello everyone, it's your girl Michelle Baltimore Blue, and I'm standing here in front of the 20th of Boone Street where I was pretty much born and raised. And over the last 15 years I've done a great amount of work, and I'm going to talk to you about it a little bit. In previous recordings I talked briefly about the work that I do, Follow Your Dreams Incorporated, which was a non-profit organization that was birthed here on Boone Street. The basketball goal is not currently here, but every year we, the young people and I, repaint the court. It's been done professionally. Doesn't look great right now, but this is just one of the one of the amenities that that I helped to include for this block, so the young people will have something to do. I want to take you on somewhat of a tour of my neighborhood, and I'm sort of letting you into some of the projects that I'm working on. It's getting kind of hot, and I think it's going to rain, but check out the next section. Hey, so now we're standing in front of an outdoor playground. Come over here, Chloe. I can show you the sign. I'd like you to see our sign, if it's still here. No, actually it's not. It's been replaced with for sale signs. Once upon a time, on here you see a big old Follow Your Dream Safe Play Lot. This is one of the very first projects that I did with the young people to get involved. We have a summer camp in here for 10 years straight. This is where the kids feed, where they eat, they play games and all of that. But right now this place looks like a wreck. Last year, the gentleman who allowed us to utilize the space decided that he wanted to sell the property, which is fine, but where would the young people go? What would they have to do? This was the area where we would have outdoor fun, sports. Again, I've been running a summer camp and a summer program since 2000 for this community, feeding kids, helping kids, and also throwing a great deal of block parties, which people will not forget. Okay.
Let me see y'all. Put your hands up if you see me. Put your hands up right side to side like this. Let me see your hands up.
Fox, I make you feel better than you
How you
ever
know, Mr.
been.
Thomas?
See that you gon' tell that other man
Mr.
you
Thomas
been
is doing the party. What's up, Miss Josephine? You rolling out on us, Miss Josephine. Welcome back, Miss Josephine.
dealing with
We
a
love you, Miss Josephine. It's all about love day. Spread some love. Love one another. Stop hating. Love the kids. It's your girl, Be More Blue, a.k.a. DJ Billy Blue. What's up, Boone Street? Let's get it. Y'all ready to see AP? We got that coming up for y'all next. I see you, Marty. Shout out, everybody. What's up, Shantae?
I'm standing in front of where I've lived for the last 10 years. As you can see, there's a for rent sign. It's a project that I'm working on, renovating this thing to get it rented out. It's a great house, but this is the project that I'm currently working on while I also renovate Follow Your Dreams. And we're going to take a stroll down the street. Might want to get a nice nice shot of how peaceful and quiet this block is. It's always been family oriented. Nothing but family. I grew up and this was a pretty decent middle class neighborhood. And in addition to that, some facts. This once was the only African American block in the entire community, which means the whole neighborhood was predominantly white. Great. Chloe, this house, I grew up in this house. I was born in this house. I spent a lot of time here, a lot of good, bad memories, but I grew up in this house, and I'm going to take you down here to where my business is. Hi, Juwan. That once read Follow Your Dreams. It was done by the Micah grad students that are teachers at Follow Your Dreams. Sit down, Chloe, what you think? Because I got a couple of things to say.
Yeah, sit down.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready. And then don't be so far back, because remember to hear the sound. I'm going to try to project my voice, but did you get the window and the...
Get the window?
Then I'm going to sit down. I'm gonna start here.
Okay.
Ready? So I'm standing in front of Follow Your Dreams Incorporated. It's a non-profit organization in which I founded. This is the physical space, the real deal, the indoor space. It's a Follow Your Dreams Youth Center. It's a row house turned youth center, and we've done amazing things here over the years with the young people. Everything from cooking and nutrition classes to chess as a behavior modification, swimming, tennis lessons, you name it, we've done it. There are a lot of kids in this community. There's a lot of people in this community. But it's very important to turn it off. Now we're going to take you inside so you can see just what we do in there. Come on. So right now, we're working on a major renovation for the outdoor curbside space. Summer's approaching. Kids are used to having summer camp here, and I want to take you inside. But you know, this is what happens when you're in sort of impoverished or disadvantaged neighborhoods. These were shot out by BBs. We're community based. We're community based, and it's very important to understand that this was an initiative that was created with the community, by the community, for the community. But in actuality, I've been the person that's been, you know, everything. I've worn all the hats, and I'm really trying to keep this place afloat, just like I'm doing now. But I'm going to take you in for a better look. So as you enter this room serves as one of our classrooms. Kids also do art projects in here. You'll see various art projects over the summer Micah camp, summer camp. You see a lot of photographs and stuff that we've done. And again, because we're renovating, you see the rules. You know, you definitely have to pay attention to the rules and follow the rules in here, because again, it's simply a row house. You see some of the great artwork that was done by a lot of our resident teachers. The puppets were created by the young people themselves, and every year their artwork would be displayed at Artscape in addition to them offering a workshop. So it's pretty amazing. We've done wonderful things here. You're coming into our second sort of classroom. Besides eating here, artwork is done, therapy sessions are held, mentoring groups are here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So again, you see some of the products, because you do know that we have a studio. And in addition to this being the co-director, Bryant Muldrew, who runs this place on the CD, and you know, like the food pyramid is here. These are the art rules that the young people came up with themselves. That's the one great thing about this place. Not any of these ideas are generated by myself and the other adults, board members, or anything like this. This is a young people that the space is respected by them. So it's their ideas. The studio was their idea. The playground was their idea. The basketball court was a collaboration. But we've had food and nutrition classes in here to educate young people about, you know, eating healthy, loads of books, all types of mats and things, because we've covered a large amount of areas. And of course we have the world map here. So this room pretty much serves as our eating. You see we have a full kitchen, so young people have cooked meals. We've had parties, birthday parties. It's sort of run, you know, it's been very, very rewarding, but there's been so much that has happened in the last 10 years that is pretty much hard. On here, as we're revamping our website, it's just how much stuff that goes into it. The history, the mission, the structure, the board, all of the video and the audio, all of the events we've done. We have done major things, but I consider us pretty much off under the radar because, quite honestly, we have not been properly funded in about 4 years. Out of the 10 years that I've been in existence, I have been funded by Open Society Institute, Associated Black Charities, but not properly funded the way that these young people should be. This is an organization, and you'll see more. I'm going to show you the art. You see all of it. Let's take a look upstairs, and I'll show you the rest of the place. Here's another example of the work that was displayed in Artscape. This year the kids worked on the mask. So you see the mask, and you see the... So, FYD restroom. Don't go in there. Just kidding. So, right here in this back room was once a fully integrated computer lab, courtesy of Carol Fuels. Have to put people on blast because they helped us integrate our computers to have a working computer lab. A computer lab is so vital and important to a community resource center because this is something that people really need. This computer lab is not up and running. Like anything and everything, funding runs out. You know, people like to come in and bring the cameras and the newscasts and say, hey, look at this great thing we've done. And then when that year is up, they pull out. And what about those same kids that needed those services? This is what we deal with all the time. I haven't chose to be vocal and talk about these things because I hear a lot of rumors as a founder and executive director of a nonprofit organization. Oh, she gets tons of money and grants and she's able to do this. Well, we haven't been properly funded in over 4 years. All the white organizations get all of the money, if you want to be honest, if you want me to be frank here, and we're doing wonderful works. Let me take you to the rest of it. This is simply our hallway. I guess I can plug in a light and try to shed light on some of, for instance, the creme de la creme will be the studio, which we haven't walked into yet. But this is all the research that the kids prepared on their own with my supervision and help. Took them to the library and they did an enormous amount of groundwork to find out how do you build a studio. My thing is, do your research. So that's where I came in as the adult ally in this project. And you know, it's simple as this. What would music sound like if you had the chance to make it? Why did these kids want a studio? There was nothing positive going on in the community. And music is this generation's language. This is how they sleep, this is how they eat, and this is how they communicate. So why is the studio so important? It simply is. These kids have been featured in the newspapers, and whether or not you can see this, the Militant Advocates was a group that was born here at FYD. This is the group of my first classes when I was funded through OSI. To create Hip Hop Business 101. And what that meant was, hey, everybody can't be a rapper, everybody's not gonna, make it commercially, but you can do this as a hobby and gain a lot of skills. And these young people, many of them have their own studios today. This young man, that young man, this young man is a mega producer and he's a huge activist. So I'm very proud of the work that I've done with these young people. Me teaching my classes, and again, the young people, all kinds of signed autograph things. Let's go into the office and let's leave the studio for last, Chloe. It's a mess in here, but when you do work, it'll be that way. Now, I share this office space. If you look around, there's lots of stuff. Do a lot of editing in here, or at least teaching and learning to edit. We have research. We have a lot going on. I have citations and being recognized by the city. What does that mean to me? Doesn't mean a heck of a lot when you're not providing the correct resources that these young people need. These young people are in need. I'm gonna look outside my window, and I don't know if you can see that, but that's a red bandana. And what that red bandana means is it's gang territory. So, why do I do what I do? Why do you think this is important? Very important, because 3, 4, 5, 7, 6-year-olds, they don't decide whether or not they be in a gang. I used to live in Los Angeles County. I never thought I would see a day where Baltimore would ever suffer from a gang epidemic, but it is. One of the reasons why I continue to do what I do and try to help these kids no matter what resources I do or don't have. You understand? Now, I'm going to just show you what's been, let's say, our biggest and best program, longest running, and everybody is involved. When I opened up the program and I moved the studio from my home to in 04 to here, I had young people that came from all over the Baltimore city just to come here through these doors, and I found that to be just amazing. So come on in, check out the studio. It's Baltimore's first youth-run recording studio. You cannot forget that. There's pictures and photos of all kinds of artists up here. Does not mean that we glorify these artists. It simply means that they're part of the hip-hop culture, and hip-hop culture is very, very important to us. We built this place, and this place also, one interesting point about it, one interesting fact is that this was my childhood bedroom. I used to actually live in this house as a kid, so it has a little sentimentalness to it. But the important thing is that with music, what I deem to do and choosing to run my program is that I deal with the code of ethics. Follow Your Dream code of ethics. I believe in respecting the community, family, education, life, and God are all important. Being rooted in the community and helping neighbors. So that's the kind of emphasis that is put on any music that young people create here. We can't censor young people. However, in my program, if you want to get in here and learn how to engineer, you know, you need to also be willing to learn how to not be foul and negative. Very important in today's society. So, the vocal booth here, which I don't have light on, but there's a star light, and there's just everything that a recording star can imagine. I'm trying to get you some lighting over there, Chloe, to see what that booth looks like. But we mainly do hip-hop here because that's what the kids are focused on. But we've done classical, we've done a little bit of everything. But what's important to keep in mind is Baltimore's first youth-run recording studio. Wasn't my idea, was the young people's idea. I was an adult that was able to show them some things, make them aware of organizations that were interested in funding community solving issues. This is something, a young man got up and said, hey, I don't want to see people selling drugs to get studio time, and I like to see a program like that in Baltimore City Public Schools. Well, I sat this young man down with another 14-year-old, and it all began. Thus that began. They did the research, they presented it, and they were awarded $3,217, and this place has been in existence ever since. It is a hot topic or hot area. If I were to turn this thing on and let you hear some of the amazing things that young people have made, you'd probably be blown away. Go to iTunes. No, I'm just kidding. But this is what it's all about. It's all about preparing young people for a world that in which they can see themselves productive and active in. Meaning, you create positive music. We have great success stories. Alexa Morris came here in her 12th grade year. She drove all the way from Howard County to come here. She's now a senior at Howard, doing wonderful things. She's interned with Kevin Lyles, you name it. She's done it. Worked for various hip-hop magazines. So that's a great thing. But the one thing that Alexa says is that she found her niche here. So many young people have found their niche here, and they've gone on to college. So we don't have thousands of stories, and that's the thing. These larger organizations and these funders are looking for large organizations. Well, what about this one that was founded with blood, sweat, and tears and young people in a community? What about something like this that is homegrown and organic? Who helps us? Well, I'll say this because I'm going to end and I could be on my soapbox, and I'm very passionate about this. Why? Not because I founded it, because there are kids that need a place like this, and nobody seems to care. So in me closing and signing off, what I'll say to you, if you want to help, you want to be involved, we have a website, www.followyourdreamsinc.org. Go there, donate $1, do what you can, write a comment. Yes, this is still Faces of the Homeless Project, but we thought we would bring you into where it all began. Why is Faces of the Homeless even being done as a media project? Because we believe in media projects. That's how we engage young people. We're helping the homeless. We're helping all sorts of folks. But the point is, what are you doing to help a community? And if you can be vocal and you can be active, Follow Your Dreams exists, people, and there are young people that don't want to see this place close. But me personally, I don't have the energy and the wherewithal to continue to just come out of my pockets and give and give and give, because I have a family to support. And that's why it's causing me to open up and talk to you, because nobody knows. Many people say they want to get involved and say they want to help, but at the end of the day, when you see a program like this that helps so many kids and is so under the radar, and Everybody says, oh, you should have this and you should have that. We've had some of the biggest politicians that you can imagine coming here and see how this place is. And everybody says, wow, it's amazing, it's innovative. Several organizations have tried to adopt this and bring it to theirs, where this would close. So what happens for this community? That doesn't work as well. Who benefits? If I take my program and put it into yours and you're in Towson, then what happens to these kids? Harwood kids. I'm Michelle Baltimore Blue. Forgive me for being so passionate. No, don't forgive me. Just lend a hand and help in some way or raise awareness. Follow your dreams, inc.org.